from Cindy's Car Chat. Good morning. My name is Cindy, and I'm here to just chat with you as I'm on my way to school. I live in New Hampshire, and I'm a teacher. I'm a mom, and I'm just chatting in my car because I'm alone in my car. After a lot of years, I'm alone in my car. I'm not sure if I really like it that much, but here we are. So today it's about 32 degrees and the gas prices are $2.69 at the little gas station up the street from my house. It's usually a pretty good price right there. And I like it. It seems like it's going down and I can handle that. I drive about 40 minutes to school, so I do buy gas quite a bit. And here we are headed out to school. The morning drive is it's kind of a different kind of pretty. The sky is kind of gray. I took a little video that I'm going to probably make into a short. And I noticed I had some nice videos when the snow was covering the trees. It was really pretty. And today it's kind of a little bit damp. The trees are just coming out of dormancy. So if you look closely, you might get a little bit of buds coming out, but for the most part, they just look like brown. But spring is coming, and today is March 25th. And we are headed to school. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. Oh man, the days seem to run together. So today we are headed to school midweek. Hello, thank you for coming to my car chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I am fine. How are you? I hope you enjoy my scenery. That's why I have this camera kind of showing what it looks like out my window here in New Hampshire. We actually had a little bit of snow yesterday. I was inside in the classroom. I did not really see the snow myself, but I heard people talking about it, and so it was a little bit snowy yesterday, but what I saw was rain. And right now up ahead I see some fog. Usually when it's cold and warm at the same time, we get some fog. So we'll be getting into some fog up here. Quite interesting. Make sure my lights are on. And there's another gas station off to my right now, and their gas says $2.79. It's a bigger gas station, more like a truck stop with a restaurant, a Dunkin' Donuts. Do you all have Dunkin' Donuts where you are? Yeah, I'm in New Hampshire, USA. Thank you for coming to my video. You might see some fog here. Lots of fog up front. People have their lights on. And interesting morning. When I first started out, I saw the sun was just bright right through the trees. It looked beautiful. And then I made a little video of the scenery, and up here we've got quite a bit of fog, so it's different in just a few minutes since I left the house. So we're headed to school. We have geometry class, we have algebra 1 class, we have 7th grade math and 8th grade math, and lots of fun stuff. Those are my favorite classes. I love math. Unfortunately, a lot of students aren't as excited about math as I am, but we try. We try to get them through it. So we're just moving right along. So in New Hampshire, we're looking forward to spring, and people are starting to think about what they're going to do with their gardens, planting seeds, getting ready for the first day that is good to plant in New Hampshire is Memorial Day, which is around the end of May. My son was born on Memorial Day. He was born on May 25th. So that's a good time to plant your plants outside. Before that, you might end up with some frost. You just never know. So this is the time to think about gardening. And it's also time to, if you're a student, really get that work done. Just give it all you got right now. This is the fourth quarter in our school. So we usually break it up into 4 quarters in high school. And we're in the fourth quarter, which means we're on the, what do you call it? The home stretch. We're on the home stretch for school. We get out of school the end of May. And so that means we're thinking also about summer. I have one of my children is graduating from college this year. So that is very exciting. And so we're going to be going to that graduation in May. And then I have a son who's graduating from high school this year as well. And we got to get on that. Yes, he has to get his card out, his announcement to his friends. And I have one more student of my own that is going to be in high school for one more year, and then I will have worked with 13 children and, got them all through high school, which is a blessing. So I did the first 6, graduated from homeschool, and then when I had 7 children, I started teaching at a Christian school. And so that has been different for me. I really miss being able to stay home every day, but it's a trade-off because, I do get a little bit of a paycheck. So it's kind of a catch-22 because when I was home, I didn't spend as much money either. When I'm going out, I have to buy gas. I have to pay for the things that we need for school and everything. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. It does cost money to actually work. So that's interesting. But I do love to be out, and I love to go out in the morning drive. I do like to work with other people, instead of being home by myself all the time. And being the head of the home most of the time because my husband works, it's hard when you're the only one that's in charge. So I do like going to school so that I have more people that are helping my children rather than just me. So that I do like. My kids have been able to meet new people, have new experiences, be in sports, and do different types of things that are a blessing. And what happened was when I was homeschooling, I did everything myself. Like I would drive them. My mother did help me with music lessons, but it's a lot. Taking the kids to music lessons and practicing every day, getting the activities done as well as the schoolwork. We started doing a little sports program with some other homeschoolers, and that was fun. But it's so much work getting up every day, and you have to get everybody to do their jobs, and you have to set the schedule, and it was just a lot for me. And by the end of the day, I was not only exhausted, but I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I felt guilty all the time. So going to school, we have a schedule, we have other people enforcing different things, and it's believe it or not, it's a little easier than homeschooling. And homeschooling the kids, I do appreciate the time I homeschooled. If I only had 6 kids, I would have homeschooled, but it was hard when the older kids started moving out. And I was just really, I was more sad about it than I thought I would be. And I missed them, and I felt like the other kids missed them too. So we just had to find new experiences and kind of do some different things so that we wouldn't just miss the older kids. That's how I felt anyway. And I think the other kids did well. They went into school, they worked hard, they actually liked school. I think the kids that homeschooled for many years and then went to school, they kind of liked it better than the kids that had been in school all along. I think I always tried to find that perfect situation for school, but I think kids do like they like things that are the same, but they also like variety. So if you can find that perfect balance, that's where I feel it's good. It's don't be afraid to make changes, but there's also value in traditions and doing some of the same things over and over. So thank you guys for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. I am on my way to school. It's quite foggy this morning, and I'm getting ready for my day. Today is my duty day. I have some extra duties I do on Tuesdays, and it's been a week. Like, this is going to be a hard week, and I'm kind of in the middle of it right now. Today is going to be a school day. We have an errand to run after school. I have a town meeting tonight. Tomorrow I will be at the State House all day. Thursday I will be at the State House all day. And Friday I will be anxious for Friday. So thank you guys for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate the thumbs up. And what is happening in the news? Have you seen all of the chit chat about libraries? Oh my goodness. Like, it sounds like President Trump wants to stop the federal funding to the libraries. And evidently, there's a lot of things that the federal money does for our library, which I didn't even realize. The federal government helps with the interlibrary loan. We have, in our library, we've talked about not spending as much money on books because we can do interlibrary loan. We can do, books on your phone and all of these different types of programs that we could get books. And so we've talked about that. And then, we kind of like lowered the budget for our own library. And now it looks like the federal government is going to be taking away money from the libraries. So this will be interesting to see how it all plays out. I know that I did a video quite a long time ago. I had looked into different types of libraries and what they do now. And there was a library in Alaska that actually loans out animal furs, like taxidermy type stuff. And you can go to the library, check out like a beaver fur. And you can, like, maybe for science, inspect it and stuff like that, and then bring it back. And in Vermont, there are libraries that are doing away with all books. Imagine that. So they do away with all the books, and then they use the space for, office space or conference rooms, maybe. I don't know. But they just give you internet access, and you don't really need all those books. It does seem like people aren't reading books as much because we have our phones, and we can even do books on our phones. We can read books on our devices, but I'm not convinced that we should go 100% get rid of all the books because it makes me a little nervous. If everything's on our phones and then the internet goes out, then you have nothing. So I really believe that we should keep our books, especially the old ones. So I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. It looks like we are in for some changes and some reforms, I guess you'd say. And we'll have to stay tuned to see how this all plays out. But I have been involved in my library for a few years now. I'm actually a library trustee right now. And I didn't really hear that there's thousands of dollars that the federal government gives to the library in order to function. So there's all a new things on the horizon. I'm not against trimming the budget, but I really don't think that getting rid of libraries is a good thing. I think that we would be doing ourselves a disservice. So anyway, I guess that the federal government helps with some of the access in electronics wise, and like interlibrary loan is like vans. Some people have jobs where they work these interlibrary loans, but I think we're finding out that the whole system is being used by a small amount of people. So that's a problem. Do we just keep everything going for a few people, or is the money better spent somewhere else? I know a lot of people have a lot of books. Like, I have given away so many books because my family has had books upon books. I've been given books. I have more books. Like, I could probably have my own library, but I don't want to get rid of all of my books, but I do want to get rid of some of them. So Jason Ezel is saying, what's your favorite cereal? It's funny. I do like cereal, actually. I do like cereal. Cereal is so expensive now. Oh my goodness. This morning I had eggs. I like, I'm not sure my favorite. I really like the Frosted Mini Wheats cereal. That's a really good question. I do like sugar cereal, which isn't the best for you, but when my kids were little, I always got like Rice Krispies or Life or the non-sugar cereal, and sometimes I would mix it. So they kind of hated it when I did that. I would take the Count, like the Count Chocula, which is really chocolatey, and it's kind of like Rice Krispies, only chocolate. And then I would mix that with the Rice Krispies because I thought this is way too chocolatey to just eat plain. My kids didn't really like that much, but I like Rice Krispies with a little bit of sugar. I like all the cereals really, but when I was a kid, my mother, she always bought the non-sugar cereal, but when my sister came along, she got like Cookie Crisp and other cereals like that. I thought, that's not fair. She gets all that. But I didn't really like it. By that time, my sister's almost 4 years younger than me. And by the time she was eating that cereal, I was already, it was too sugary for me. My mother used to like to get those, um, they were like Frosted Mini Wheats, only the big wheat biscuits. And you would get hot water and you would put that over the wheat and you would put sugar on it. And I really liked that. They were like a wheat biscuit, large, and you'd put sugar on it. I haven't had that since I was a kid. But I do like Golden Grams, which is like eating graham crackers with milk on it. I like the mini wheats, but it has to be the name brand because I don't like the store brand of the mini wheats for some reason. I really like the Walmart has the large bag for the mini wheats. I do like that one. I think it's Malto Meal. And I'm talking about cereal right now. So I do like those large bags from Walmart of the cereal, and their mini wheats are pretty good. And there's something else I get in the bag. I like they have like a graham cracker cereal as well. Oh, I was gonna say they have a mini wheats with blueberry instead of just plain sugary topping. They have like a blueberry and a strawberry flavored. I do like that, I have to say. But since I'm getting older, it's my stomach isn't as uh, resilient to that type of stuff, and it can give me a stomach ache. So I have to be careful. So, yeah, and pizza. Someone's asking my favorite pizza. Well, my favorite pizza is I really like the Hawaiian, where you have the ham and the pineapple for some reason. That's my favorite these days. Wow, I can hardly even see the signs. It's so foggy right now. I've been known to pass my exit. I'm gonna move over. Okay, so I am headed to school, and I'm just showing my out my window to share the beautiful scenery in New Hampshire, and it's very foggy today. So I'm on my way to school, and I'm a math teacher, and today we talked a little bit about libraries and cereal and my favorite pizza. So thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I hope that, you'll post below. Let me know where you're from, and let me know if you watch this video on the replay. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I hope to catch you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. I don't know if you can see the sun, but the sun is trying to poke through the clouds there. It is kind of pretty. It's like all foggy, and then the sun is just like blaring through the fog. And that's kind of a cool symbol of life sometimes. Life can be foggy, things happen, we don't always understand what's happening. It's not always, happy, 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 every single day. But in the midst, God shows himself through all the fog. So that's really cool. This is the place in the road where it's really cool. This is a new part of a road, and it kind of goes over a hill. And when you go over the hill, you just see some beauty. It's just crazy how pretty it is. Right through, I think they had to kind of either go over or through some rocks. And it's just a really amazing scene right now. But I do have to keep my eyes on the road because this is a very foggy morning. So thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you again next time. Have a great day.